Hello, it's Monday the 8th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. So Reeves is pinning her hopes on the British consumer turning into a spending machine once again. That will help her budget stack up a little better. However, the problem is she needs growth in tax receipts not seen since the pre-pandemic days. And right now, both retail sales and consumer confidence are stuck between low and very low levels. Where the OBR previously reported that real consumption dropped by about 0.25% in both 2023 and 24, they now expect consumption to jump to 1% this year and to reach 1.75% by 2029. Not sure where that turnaround is going to come from when real spending actually reduced in the last 2 years and households are still typically saving around 10% of disposable income. The calendar is fairly quiet this week. We do have GDP data due out on Friday, and that is expected to confirm 0.1% month-on-month growth after the dip in October. Over in the US, the cool kids are all talking about that K-shaped economy. That is where the top half of the economy, the higher income Americans, are flying high. Meanwhile, the lower income half is drowning under weaker wage growth and higher prices. Coca-Cola is leaning into this idea. They're doing mini cans to help keep the lower half engaged with their products, even when the lower half are a wee bit skint. We have the Fed meeting due this weekend. No surprises to hear that Hassett, chairman in waiting, wants to see a 25 basis point rate cut this week, but the vote may be tight. Several Fed members are still not convinced that inflation is sufficiently benign for all those rate cuts just yet. In the market, the dollar index did pull back on the possibility of a rate cut this week. That closed last week. They closed out just under the 99 level. And we kick off the new week. We're around 133.35 against the dollar, 114.25 against the euro, and euro dollar is around 116.65 on the open this morning. That's it from me. Have a great day.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.